Okay, so hello everyone. My name is Jason. I am a channeler and I'm here for Daily Dose of Hope Day 126. Oh, 126. Oops. I think I labeled this one wrong. Um, so I've been coming on 126 days almost consecutively to bring a message of hope. So, a daily dose of hope is just that. I was guided to come on to give a daily dose of hope because the energies on our planet are starting to increase. And as they're increasing, things are starting to get wackier and wackier. And at times, if you're not careful, you can get knocked off of your path a bit. And so I'm knocked off of your path a bit. And so I'm just here to kind of help get you back on if you need to. And if you don't need to, that's great. So a daily dose of hope has three parts. First is a little bit of a talk, then a channeling, and then a pocket of peace, which is a guided meditation. So the two things I want to talk about today are one, ashwagandha, and two, discernment, and then I'll go into the channeling. Okay, so nice to meet all of you and nice to see you again. Thanks. So here we go. Um, First thing, ashwagandha. So I'm not sure what's going on recently, but so if you've been following this post, hey, Anne Marie, all right, you caught me live again. Woohoo! Good timing. This is very random today. I usually don't come on this time. But I had some time and I was like, all right, let's do it. And I had some time, but in addition to that, I have energy, which usually at this time of day, if I'm not like working somewhere, like I'm just not passed out, but I'm just like lying down on the floor, like, oh, but I'm just like, energy. I don't know where it's coming from. And that's why I wanted to talk about the ashwagandha. So recently, so I've had this problem like with my kidneys getting really tired, and it's not a Western medicine kidney problem, it's an Eastern medicine kidney problem, in the sense that if I would go to a Western medicine doctor, and I have, and they do all the tests, like they did everything, like way too much, and they found nothing. They said you're perfectly healthy, and then I go to the acupuncturist and they say, oh yeah, your kidney's tired. So different people have different places where things get tired, and me, it's my kidneys, and that's because I'm channeling a lot and transmuting. But I'm not sure if I can tell my acupuncturist that yet. Always you never know like what people are open to or not open to. So, but um, but yeah. So recently though, I've started doing bean sprouts because that lowers. What she said is that I have too much energy up here, all up in this part, and then the lower parts of my body don't have enough of the energy. So if I take bean sprouts, if I eat bean sprouts every day, which I've been doing, and it just kind of lowers that. In addition to that, I read that ashwagandha, the Chinese, or not Chinese, the Indian Ayurvedic medicine, is really good for your kidneys, and so I started taking that. And I've also found that because of, I'm not sure if it's because of that or the energy that's around, or it's a mixture of the both. It's funny, you can never tell what is what, right? In that sense, but the ashwagandha, and then to sleep at night, I've been taking what is that stuff called, valerian root supplements, and I don't know, it's just the mixture of the two, but it's just, yeah, just feeling really like good, like energetic. I don't know if that's all it was. My goodness. No. So, but yeah, so the energy is very different. But I find a lot of other people around me too, it's different as well. So I imagine it's a bit different. It's not just the supplements. But anyway, for me, I thought if you do have such a thing, ashwagandha is really good. Um, and the second thing I wanted to talk about was discernment. I often talk about discernment. I was talking about it in the channeling course, and then I think in my dragon book we talk about discernment. Discernment's a really important thing, especially in these days where everything that was hidden is being revealed. In those times, there's a lot of people that will market that. They will get rich on that idea. And there's nothing wrong with that. But what some people will be doing is something that was done. Um, it's called, what the term that is used is called limited hangout. Well, they will introduce you to a certain amount of information just to whet your appetite, but they won't go past a certain place. It's just like those on the History Channel. I think they have them Used to have them, the Ancient Alien series. Well, they'll take you to a certain point, but they won't really go past that point. And so they advertise it as if we're gonna find out this thing and reveal all this stuff, but they reveal nothing. But it is just that sense of something being revealed that tricks you into like, oh, something's being revealed, and it's a brain um, tricking technique. I guess I'll use a brain tricking technique. And so, in this world where we're getting all this information from so many different places, it's so important to use your heart. Um, so, I've found there's certain people who give out a lot of information about many different things, and what they're giving out is fear. And if you listen to what they're saying, the words that they're using, and also if you just listen to your heart, you're like, this person's talking about this, but all I can hear is be afraid, be very, very afraid. That's all I hear. And so that's interesting. And then I hear in the background, there's this kind of like high pitched noise. I was like, why do they put a high pitched noise in the background? And it's like, ah, he's selling you fear. There's no reason to be in fear at this moment. If anyone is selling you fear, well, this is just my personal opinion, my personal. You can take. This is just. It's not advice. It's just my opinion. Is that anyone who is selling fear is not. There's no necessity to listen to someone selling fear. I mean, because they're selling something that isn't true. There you go. Um, and so the reason it popped into my mind this morning was that I flipped on this video and I was watching, and this person has a lot of really interesting information about things that I'm very interested in. And this is more kind of, yeah, let's just keep it really vague. But a lot of interesting information about a lot of things that I'm very interested in. But every time I start to listen to this video or the videos, something triggers me. Something feels wrong. Something feels off. And although the information is so interesting, I have to turn it off because I realize like there's something here, and it's kind of surprising the different places where this happens. It's like, and I think um, again in this sense too, not to be in fear. This is a grand test of our discernment skills. Can you figure it out? Right? Can you figure out what is real and what is not real? And so if you think about it that way, it's just a game in that sense. There's nothing to be afraid of, nothing to be worried about. It's just like, you know, how much can you figure out? It's like a detective game. And that's what I found. I realized it was like, oh, this person too. Oh my God. Wow. Like during the crazy 3 years, I had a lot of experiences like that where people changed overnight, and yeah, people I thought were one way completely turned a different way, and it was very surprising at first. And I thought at first, like, wow, are these people being paid to say these things? And um, but anyway, I won't go into that too much. But just this idea of discernment. So I was listening, and I thought this person has really good information, but then I realized that the whole idea about discernment, and this was in the Dragon book with Tiamat, was that what what you do, even with these limited hangouts, is they'll give you a bit of real information. They can't just outright say something that isn't true. So they'll just give you a nugget of truth, and then they'll build something on top of that nugget so that it resonates somehow, because it's like, oh, there's truth in the middle, and then everything else you're like, oh, well, that's just outside stuff. I don't have to worry about that. There's the truth in the middle. Hey. And and that's what I realized with this person who was giving out this information. I thought, oh man, because I thought, I was really interested, but then now I just have to, understand, just take everything with many, many grains of salt. But that's how we learn, and understanding too that there is that grain of truth in there. And if you can find the grain of truth and find what's the grain of truth and what isn't, wow, what a great way to learn. Um, and so I imagine, in a sense, that these people are placed here on our planet to help us to grow. In that sense, they're our teachers. And so, in that sense, there's no reason to be upset or angry about this. It's just like, thank you for being my teacher, for teaching me. That's great. Wow, you were really believable. And I was caught hook, line, and sinker. But now oh, hold on a second. So it's good. And the same thing with me. I'm talking up here like I'm like a talking head, and if something doesn't resonate with you, just use your discernment. I'm not gonna listen to this guy anymore, or whatever. That's fine. That's what it's all about. Um, so Emery say, yes, I'm learning to follow my intuition to step away from those who have fear-based message. Yeah, it took me a while too. Similarly, just I didn't even fear, and then afterwards I thought, oh, wow. If I sometimes I'll listen back to certain things I used to listen to, and it's like, wow, how did I live my life and listen to that? Like, what a balancing act that was. To be in so much fear and then just to go about a normal everyday life. It's just, yeah, we're like living in a war-torn country almost in that sense. But anyway, I don't want to go too deep into all this stuff, but just the idea of discernment is so good, so important. And I think we've as a civilization, we're learning so much. Like even the what is that called? The Ancient Alien series, which is really fun and really interesting, still fun to watch. Um, but they have that on the History Channel, but they don't really go past a certain point. It's limited hangout. They'll just reveal a certain amount of information to keep your appetite whetted. They'll put a little bit of stuff in there, but they're not really going to go in like a real in-depth thing. And so, but it satiates that desire for knowledge, and and maybe you'll just stop there. And that's the point. Just stop there. Don't look any further. Don't look. This is all it is. Aren't you excited? Aren't you happy? Whew. And I feel like I'm going too far again. Oh man. Um but yeah, that's all. Just simple stuff like that. Um and for me, I'm also going through the state of discernment, of learning and understanding, like the people that used to look up to or listen to or get advice from, and then realizing like, wait, hold on a second, I think I know better than this. I should just listen to my heart. I don't have to listen. I don't have to be like that. So for me, being a musician, I used to think like, oh, this person is relatively successful, so I have to be like that person. And but being like that person makes me feel very stressed out and very unhappy, and it puts me into all of these situations where I don't feel good. I feel sad, and I feel hopeless and out of place, even more than normal. And realizing that it's like, oh, I don't have to be like any of those people. I just have to do what I'm doing, and what I am doing will lead me down the path to where I need to go. And I don't know where I need to go, but my heart will tell me, and God will tell me. So I just have to kind of listen and be open. I don't know what's best for me. It is that Course in Miracles, right? We don't know what anything's for. Well, we just enjoy it and do what makes us feel really happy, and not get caught up in all of this. I have to be this. I have to be successful. I have to do. Nah, what? You have to be hopeful. You have to be in love. You have to, be satisfied with who you are. And if you can do that, that's what everyone's looking for. They're trying to get all this stuff to get that, but if you can just find that inside, hey. And yeah, but anyway, I think I'm going going off a little bit, get all heated. Yeah, so I'm just gonna go into the channeling before I go any further. Yeah, and I'm just gonna channel on discernment, and if there's any other messages for today. So here we go. Greetings. We are that one that sanatkumara, and we're here, and we're here, and we're here, and we're over there, and we're behind you, and we're next to you. We're all over the place. We're able to be at many, many different places all at once, just as you are. You are at this moment in many, many different realities, in many different places. You are existing in many, many different dimensions all at once, just as we are. And we are just more aware of it. We understand that. So we are here, we are there, we are around you. And we are facilitating experiences for you. And you are creating these experiences for you as well. So this idea of discernment, you have placed these teachers before you so that you can discern, you can find out what the truth is, what is real, what is not real. And that is a beautiful thing. That is a wonderful thing, because that is something that you will need. That is something that you will need need when you're out there in the universe and you don't know what's what. You don't know where's what. You can't even speak the language, and they might not even be speaking a language. They might be speaking telepathically. And you need to discern what the situation is. And that is such a beautiful thing. And that is what you're developing here. You're cutting your teeth on one of the most complex and difficult games in the whole universe in order to develop your discernment to a way that you can travel anywhere out in this whole universe or in the whole multiverse, and you will be able to discern. You'll be able to figure out what is happening around you, where you should go, what you should do, even though you have no outside information. You can just listen to your heart. And that is one of the things we would say. There are a few things that you are down here doing, but one of them is discernment, learning and understanding how a situation really is. Being able to look, for example, outside of a war, seeing a war in front of you, but being able to take a higher perspective and understanding all of the different things that are happening within this war, all of the sides, and all of the sides' emotional charge as well, understanding the emotional charge of both sides, and then also understanding where that emotional charge came from. Did this come from something that was organic, or was this created in order to create this emotional charge? And you'll be able to see all of that without judgment, without jumping onto one side or the other, or even if this was a created energy, a created anger, even understanding the person who created that or manufactured that anger, understanding why they did that as well. And so it goes even behind that and behind that and behind that as well. Once you have a true understanding of the situations before you, then you have the ability to take the neutral point and to shift and change the entire situation, because that is your power as humans. Your power is not getting onto one side or the other, or finding this is against this, or this is the reason why this. No. Understanding all of the different viewpoints, all of the different perspectives, and being able to put them all together into your mind, and then being able to love everyone in this whole situation. And then you hold the neutral point, and then you see what you would like to create. What would you like to create in this situation? And usually what you would like to create is love, because that is what you're made of, if you're able to see things from all of these different perspectives. And that is what you are approaching. You are approaching a level of understanding of this polarity on your planet, is teaching you how to understand all sides, and not just this yin and yang idea, but there's up and there's down, and there's to the right and there's to the left, and there's all around. There are many different perspectives that you can take. And once you start to take all of these perspectives, there is no way for you to be tricked into this concept of polarity or into this concept of fear. There would be no reason for fear, because you understand the whole situation. And the whole situation is based on love, and it's based on teaching you something. We are that one that you know of as Sanatkumara, and we're very happy to share this message with you. Ooh. All right. It's very intense. And again, I'm thinking about people intense. Sorry about that. So here we go. Yes, so Sanatkumara came through. Let's see. Anne-Marie, thank you. That's very kind of you to say. Thank you. So let's see. Anne-Marie, thank you. That's very kind of you to say. Thank you. So let's go into a pocket of peace. And what are we going to do with this pocket of peace? Let's make this a pocket of peace. Today, I'm going to go instrumentless, without instruments. Yeah, feels good. Feels just with vocally doing it today. Sound isn't working. Uh-oh. Hold on. I think Sanatkumara maybe went a little nuts there. Hold on. I'm going to check on my cell phone to see if the sound is working or not on my end. Hold on a second. Okay, no, the sound's working here. Okay, no, the sound's working. Wow, it's strange to hear your own voice back at you. Yeah, so Emery, so I think the sound's working though. So you could listen maybe on the playback. I'm sorry about that. And And Michael, you say a pocket of peas, Peas. And Michael said, try refreshing the page. And yeah, good idea. Thanks, Michael. Thanks. And Michael said, try refreshing the page. And yeah, good idea. Thanks, Michael. Thanks. All right. So let's do it. Pocket of peace, or peas. Pocket of peas for, hold on a second. What are we doing it for today? So Sanat Kumar's message was discernment. Okay, a pocket of peace so that we can really see what's around us. Let's do that. Here we go. So I'd like you to take a few deep breaths. Let's do 3 deep breaths. And when you take in the breath, hold it in for a few seconds. And with each breath, just imagine that you're just breathing in this wonderful, peaceful energy that's just so relaxing. And with each out breath, you're just breathing out all the stuff, all the stress, all the stuff that you're hanging on to or holding on to that you don't need. So here we go. I got to cough out some stuff here. All right, guys. So I'd like you guys to, just imagine that you're surrounded by this mist of unconditional love. It just surrounds you, wraps you up like a blanket, and makes you feel just so wonderful and loved. Like you're okay, exactly where you are, exactly what you're doing. You're wonderful. You're perfect. There's nothing that you need to worry about. There's nothing that you need to regret. You are in this moment, and in this moment, you're in the moment of love. You are love, made of love, and just feel that energy, unconditionally loved. You're just loved exactly how you are. Everything about you, everything that you think, all of the good parts, all of the bad parts, there are no good or bad parts. You're perfect. You're loved. It's all perfect. Just feel that energy. Yeah, you're just perfect and loved. And just radiate that energy out from your heart into the rest of the room. And understand that this energy that you see, this mist of unconditional love, is actually a mirror of the love that you are inside. It's just shining it out so you can see it. And just imagine everything in your room or the space that you're in is touched by this love, because you've created it. You've created all of it. And it's all blessed and it's all lovely. And now it has such a lovely purpose. And the purpose is to bring love to the rest of the world, to help the world, to save the world. Yes. And now just bring that out into the rest of the whole world. This love, feeling this unconditional love, just extend it out through your hearts and just let it, just see it all over the world. The world is just surrounded by love. And everyone all around the world, they're just stopping what they're doing and saying, I feel so good right now. I feel good. I feel in love. I feel like I'm making love, but it's better. This energy is so much more powerful because it lasts. It's so, yes, it feels so good, but I'm also perfect and I'm loved. I'm at home. Everything is perfect. And there's nothing that I'm to worry. There's nothing that I need to worry about. Nothing that I need to regret. There's nowhere that I have to go. I've been rushing around all of these places, following my tail, but I'm just looking for this feeling right now. This is what I've been looking for, and I found it. This changes everything. This changes everything. This is it. This is what I wanted. All of those things all throughout my life, I've been searching and running and trying to find, but it's this. This is it. It's inside me. It's been in my heart the whole time. And the more I listen to this heart, the more I listen to it, the more I'm in connection with this love. The more this love brings this love to the planet, the more this love brings heaven to earth. I'm making heaven on earth. I'm doing this. Yeah. I'm by just being who I'm meant to be, I'm bringing heaven onto earth. I don't have to run around and be like someone else or like something that was advertised. I just have to be me. And no matter what that looks like and how strange that might look to other people, that's fine. Because I'm bringing heaven on earth. I'm here to be in peace. I'm here to be in love. I'm here to bring this love down here. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm bringing love onto the planet. And now I can truly see, because now I'm looking for with my eyes of my heart. I'm using my heart to see the world around me. What's really happening? What's really happening around me? I can see, I'm seeing with the eyes of love. And so I'm seeing everything, how it is and what it's supposed to be and what it's meant to be. But I'm seeing it all with love. And because I'm seeing it with love, I'm shifting and changing the entire universe into one of love. And that is how we create on this planet. That's how we create. And that's how we jump into this timeline of perfect at peace and perfect love on this beautiful, beautiful planet that you are all contributing to. You are making it beautiful with your love and with your light and with your hearts. And this is a pocket of peace. I hope you guys feel this pocket of peace energy, and I hope you can use this pocket of peace whenever you need it. You can just put it in your pocket. It's yours, and just use it whenever you need it or create it yourself. So yeah. All right. Phew. Phew, phew, phew. So Emery, I'm glad it worked. Thanks, Michael, for the technical advice. Cheers. Phew, that was kind of intense. These ones, you never know what's gonna happen. Never know who's gonna come through. It's kind of, but yeah. Michael, you say revolutionary energy. Yeah, the love revolution, revolution of love. So I hope you guys are hopeful, and Anne-Marie, you say these help me so much every day. Well, thank you. I really like hearing that makes me happy as well. Thank you. So yeah, so I hope you guys are hopeful, and I will see you guys tomorrow if all works well. And yeah, ciao. Again, doing these things, you bring me hope. So as well. So by giving hope, you receive hope. Yeah. So thank you guys. Thank you, and thanks Michael and Marie for joining in, and everyone else. So see you guys tomorrow. Ciao.